this very, very significant and important topic. Dear youth, the hope and the future and the pride of the entire global community and of humanity. Assalamu alaikum, good morning, and may the blessing of the divine power be upon all of you. International Conference on Media and Conflict, organized by Pakistan Peace Collective and Bahria University Ministry of Information. And then again, at this particular and critical juncture, the role of this particular topic is of immense importance. And we need to not only try to understand the importance of it, but we need to practically initiate such policies through which, in our own humble capacities, through which we can achieve desired objective, and that desired objective is to protect humanity. For example, in Pakistan, now it is our collective responsibility. Nations have come up with different narratives and approaches to portray, highlight, and protect their own interests in a best possible manner. Chicago is one classic example. Humanity is pleading. Crime is at such a level where nobody can even in third world even think of. But look what the way they mastered the overall approach, and they have somehow achieved their desired objective of not somehow being portrayed as something which is ultimately haunting humans. Those reporters, all those who are a part and parcel of print, electronic, and even now social media, when they are responsible and when they will be aware of their due roles and responsibilities, they will never ever compromise in the name of money, in the name of personal agendas and interests, likes and dislikes. They will never ever compromise. The role of media in conflicts have become more crucial. Tendency of broadcasting sensational news without considering consequences in the name of rating and in the name of money and financial gains. What happens? Humanity suffers. And the classic example in this particular issue is fifth generation war, hybrid war, which has been imposed upon us. We are fighting a war where the youth is their target. They are trying to distract us. They are trying to control our brain. And in the name of institutions, sects, religion, federating units, institutions, they have their own narratives. And for example, they'll come and say that that particular federating unit has been marginalized, or they have been kept at arm's length, or for example, that particular sect or that institution. Now when you are not aware of what is happening around you, and where the sole objective of your competitors, I'll put it that way, is something through where you yourself become an effectee, then and there your role starts, and then and there you need to realize that it is the collective responsibility of all the key stakeholders, initially at a broader canvas, and then at a national level, it is our collective responsibility. When United States of America, when a developed world, they never compromise on the interest of Pakistan. And sitting in Pakistan, when you start compromising on the norms, the values, the religion, the national interest of Pakistan, and then you give it a name, when you give it a name of freedom of expression, when when Professor Ectington came up with the theory of clash of civilization, the entire globe was silent. But in the name of religion, when you start playing with the sentiments and emotions of one particular religion, who is then responsible for polarizing humanity? You and that entire team who has been given a specific task and a message from Barrier University. To all those who wants to achieve their desired objective by trying to convince us that, okay, you need to be more responsible, you need to be, if you want to be acceptable for the entire globe, you need to allow us to do the needful, and then narratives need to be the order of the day. No, national security of this particular state is now priority number one. No compromise on that. Why the narratives of those who are undermining humanity are more acceptable than the country who has given everything? Their narratives are not given due importance. Why? Then and there we need to realize that something is terribly wrong at our end. To get the immigration, to get the moral support of the developed world, we start compromising. When you start compromise, you not compromise on your interests, you start compromising on your motherland and on the values for which you are known across the globe. Once you start compromising on Pakistan, nobody will undermine you. They will start undermining everything related to your country. And then another narrative was injected, where they started conveying that all those who are living in Pakistan are deprived of their due rights and they are not given due importance and they have been suffocated at all levels. So the message from Barrier University is that we have recently opened our doors. We have provided online visas to 183 countries, 50 countries on arrival, from 66 to 98 countries, business visas. Pakistan, in the last 1 month or so, has become the most important destination for all the tourists across the globe. This country means business. This country is here to survive, and this country will prove it to the entire globe that we are a feather in the cap of the global community, because we are fighting the biggest war on land. We have made enormous sacrifices. Many of these students, loved ones, are one way or the other affected. We have got people in the name of internally displaced persons. We have made a lot of sacrifices, and hats off to Pak Army, our army and intelligence agencies. And if someone is here with an approach to gauge the pulse of Pakistanis and Pakistani youth, then you better need to see the faces. Every Pakistani is willing to sacrifice their life for this motherland of ours. Since the launch of National Action Plan, 2,49,909 combing operations were conducted. 2,268 terrorists were killed. 3,600 arrests were made. 22,000 equipment were confiscated. As a result, Pakistan has seen 80% decrease in incidents of terrorism and casualty. Why this was never given due importance at the global level? All those who have become the champions of humanity and champions of freedom of voice and expression, why they have become silent observers? Why everything which is taking place in occupied Kashmir, where humanity is bleeding, why you all remain silent and never highlighted and portrayed the true picture of the suffering of the humans which is taking place in occupied Kashmir? May I say why? Because you need to have two things: a huge market, and then a biggest democratic country. Because when you have, they say, might is right, when you have got an approach where you are given due importance, you start compromising. But this government has made a commitment in the people of Pakistan. We have shown restraint, we have shown respect, and let me assure you, we have already given a lot to the entire global community in the shape of war on terror, and what we are witnessing and observing every day. Our law enforcing agencies, civil armed forces, every Pakistani is sacrificing their life for the peace of the entire globe. Please try to play a bridging role, not for Pakistan. Please convey a message of peace and harmony. We are willing to show respect, but if somebody wants to undermine us, the message is very clear, and they need to be more vigilant. When it comes to motherland of ours, no compromise on that. That is the last message. Today, the war of terrorism is the war of narratives. Imagine what the Indians have been claiming, and unfortunately, earlier, the whole world used to listen to their narratives, but now we have made it a point that no matter what, humanity is priority number one. This motherland of ours will never be used for any subversive activity against anyone. Let me share an incident, a story which took place. And this is something which I even once narrated at the floor of the house as well. And let me narrate it in my mother tongue, because that will have a very altogether different impact. एक शख्स एक बादशाह के दरबार में हाजिर हुआ और उसने कहा कि बादशाह सलामत, आपके मुल्क में एक ऐसा शख्स है जो उसने ऐसा गोला तैयार किया तोप का कि वो एक अपने मुल्क के दारुल खिलाफे से 2-3 हज़ार दूर किलोमीटर दूसरे मुल्क के दारुल खिलाफे को हिट कर सकता है। बादशाह सलामत बड़ा खुश हुआ। उसने कहा कि जुमे के दिन, जुमे की नमाज के बाद पूरी कौम जमा होगी और फलाने मैदान में ये डेमोन्स्ट्रेट करेगा। सारी कौम जमा हुई, तोप के पीछे वो शख्स खड़ा हुआ। उसने वो गोला तोप के पीछे जैसे ही रखा और पीछे से आग दी तो वो शख्स कोई 500 से लेकर 600 गज दूर जाके गिरा और तोप फट गई पीछे से। बादशाह सलामत को बड़ा गुस्सा आया। उसने कहा कि इसको बुलाओ जरा जल्दी से। उसको जब बुलाया गया तो उससे पूछा कि तुम तो कह रहे थे कि यहां से लेकर 3000 किलोमीटर आपके दुश्मन मुल्क के दारुल खिलाफे को हिट करेगा, इधर तो थोप भी पट गई और तुम 500 से 600 गज दूर जाके गिरे। तो हिंदुस्तान के मोदी साहब की तरह उनका जवाब यह था कि बादशाह सलामत, मैं 600 गज दूर गिरा हूं, अंदाजा करें उस मुल्क के दारुल खिलाफे की क्या हालत होगी। मोदी साहब, इस कौम को, उम्र में आप मुझसे बड़े हैं, आपकी इज्जत हम पर फर्ज है, क्योंकि हमारी ये तरबियत है कि बुजुर्गों को इज्जत देना है। और जब होने का यकीन अल्लाह से हो, तो अभी आपके लिए न्यूज है कि 2 हिंदुस्तानी तैयारे हमने मार गिरा दिए अल्लाह के हुक्म से। हम जंग नहीं चाहते, हम जंग नहीं चाहते। We don't want war. We have suffered enormously. Since 1979, the most progressive country in 60s is now at a level where every Pakistani is one way or the other affected. We have hosted millions of Afghan refugees. We have played a pivotal role in peacekeeping force. Our role has been exemplary. We cannot even think of compromising on our motherland. The message is, never challenge Pakistan. Please never challenge Pakistan. जो ये कलमा पढ़ता है कि ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मद रसूलुल्लाह, हर मुसलमान के खून में जब नारे तकबीर की आवाज बुलंद होती है तो वो अपना सब कुछ कुर्बान करने के लिए तैयार होता है। फलसफा हुसैन शहादत है, जालिम के आगे डटना और मजबूर लाचार का साथ देना। पाकिस्तान inshallah is here to survive. Future belongs to Pakistan. Inshallah Pakistan will rise and shine.